This is a gold trade NFP breakdown from Friday. So on the weekly time frame, the very first thing that I did is confirm structure, clearly bearish. And then the next thing that I did is mark off any important zones, which is the first resistance area that price has been respecting for the past 4 weeks, right about here. So it never really broke above 1820. It's been creating top-wick rejections, a lot of buyers and sellers getting rejected, but never closed above that area. The next zone that I created was the most recent support on the weekly time frame, because if price does break out of this consolidation, this is going to be my target. Whenever price does break out of that consolidation, there's also going to be a ton of volume that follows. The higher the time frame and the longer price consolidates, the more volume there's going to be. And then I narrowed in on my price action. So 1801, 1800 area was that 4-week consolidation support area. Although overall structure is bearish, I also noticed that price was in the short-term bullish structure, which is going to be broken once price breaks below 1800 area flat. So that's pretty much all I did on the weekly time frame. Now we go down to the daily time frame, confirm everything that we've seen from the weekly, see if we see any new levels or where are the safer sells or buy opportunities going to be. So in this case, anything below this zone around 1797 going to around 1790 area are going to be some sell opportunities, nice sell opportunities, but they're going to be a little bit more riskier. And the reason why is because until 1790 area, there's a lot of buyers and sellers who are getting rejected. So you could come back down into this area, maybe buyers and sellers get rejected again. You could create another bottom wick rejection and then ultimately come back into that zone of 1801 and 1820. So that's why that's a little bit of a riskier trade opportunity, but clearly some sell opportunities to the downside. And then once price clears below 1790, there's really nothing stopping it from coming back down to 1760. So I personally was looking for that safer sell opportunity because now I could have a tighter stop loss. And then we drop down to the 4-hour time frame. We have the same exact thing that we have on the daily and weekly, so I didn't really do much on the 4-hour time frame. But throughout London session, I was trying to make sure if price is going to come back down and respect 1800 as resistance. So let's take a look at that. So price respects this area as resistance in London session. And then I drop down to the hourly time frame, take a look at what's happening there. So even on the hourly, price is respecting 1800 as a resistance. We have some buyers and sellers getting rejected with the massive bottom wick rejection, and then the candle closed as a bullish doji. Then we drop down to the 30-minute time frame, see what's happening here. This is about an hour and 30 minutes into London session, so let's skip through. This is the market getting ready now for NFP. So that's why you're going to see a ton of consolidation there. Now this is getting closer to NFP. There was a fake out right there. So now we're starting to see the confluence across time frames. Right now, price is getting into that bear structure. Now it's confirming with the overall bear structure that we have on the weekly time frame and the daily time frame. Now about an hour before NFP comes out, price comes back right into that zone of consolidation. And this is 30 minutes before NFP came out. So that's uncertainty candle right there. When price breaks the highs and the lows, this is where the market sentiment and fundamental traders kick in, and they're trading based off of the expected versus the previous. And then we drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Clearly a resistance being made, massive sell-off, so it seems like we're getting ready for any sell-offs that will happen here. So I make it a rule of thumb again, whenever there's important news coming out, interest rates, NFP, unemployment claims, whatever it is, whenever there's important news coming out, I'm going to wait for at least the first 5-minute candle to close in my direction. If it does, then that tells me that the market sentiment traders, fundamental traders, and technical traders, they're aligning, and then I'm going to look for my trade opportunity. But I use the same exact strategy, break and retest, structure, support, resistance. So you're not going to see me doing anything different, but I'm going to wait until the market sentiment, fundamental, and technical traders, they all align. So in this case, I actually dropped down to the 5-minute time frame, and I waited until price clearly broke below this zone, closed below this zone, and then we're looking for safer sell opportunities below 1790. So I wanted to see if price is going to continue down from there. So price continues down, and it taps right into that 1790 area, makes a bottom wick rejection, leaving a range for the following candles to continue. So I'm going to look for the same exact thing here as well. I'm going to look for some sort of break and retest formation. Either the next candle makes a top wick rejection, it continues down, and then I'm going to look for sell opportunities below this area, or the next candle closes bullish and then the following candle continues down, and then I look for a sell opportunity there. In this case, the candle closes bullish doji, and now my sell opportunity is going to be when price breaks below this wick down here. So as the candle continues down, my sell opportunity was as soon as price broke that bottom wick rejection. So my entry was at 1789.7. Take profit 1763, the one that we identified on the weekly time frame, and then my stop loss was above the current 5-minute top wick rejection, which was the 1792 area. So at 1792 is where I kept my stop loss, because break and retest formation, we already made a top wick rejection on this candle. We are continuing back down, so there should be no reason for price to come back and kind of break above 1790 area flat in general, but I'm still giving it some room to breathe. It also go up to the 30-minute time frame. This was a pretty much straight to TP trade here, and it was an overall almost 12 to 1 risk to reward trade.